Good morning. Did you ever get that feeling that you were just born for greatness? My name is rtreatman, and for one day, I got to be a rock star. Ever since I've been a little kid, I've loved to sing. I spent my younger years singing the likes of John Lennon, Barry White, Marshall Mathers. But it was not until I arrived at CHA that I fully began to appreciate singing. In my first year at CHA, I was accepted into the boys' choir. A dream come true. Some of my earliest memories at CHA were seeing some of the older kids, like Chris DeGeneiro, Kip Powell, Anthony Cardona singing boy choir. When I saw these older kids singing, I immediately equated this to being cool. But when I saw the Hilltones perform, I was absolutely blown away. They were grown men who snapped off beat while they sang. The epitome of swag. I knew that being a Hilltone was something special, but I never thought that one day I would have the opportunity to join its elite ranks. Fast forward 6 years. At the end of freshman year, I finally had the opportunity to audition to be a Hilltone. I had anticipated this moment for so many years, but I was not excited to audition. I wanted to be a Hilltone, but I didn't think I would get in out of fear of failure. I remembered the hell that my sister put herself through to get into Lorelei, and I just didn't think I would ever be good enough to sing in the Hilltones. It also didn't help that I was going up against the likes of Carson Much, Terrence Jones, Tyler Hightower, Blake the Rake, and the ever-popular Pierce Lockwood. So I did what I could, and a week later, I was not surprised to find out that I didn't get in. Was I heartbroken, stunned, or flabbergasted that I didn't get in? No. But I was absolutely humiliated and disappointed in myself for not giving a better effort. This rejection allowed me to realize that if you want something badly enough, you have to want it more than you want to breathe. Since I didn't get into Hilltones, I decided to retake concert choir. I persevered, and by March, I felt confident enough to audition once again for Hilltones. I practiced the audition piece many times, and when Mr. Ware announced my name as one of the new baritones, I was in awe. Good things do come to those who wait. Junior year started, and when I arrived in my first Hilltones class, I was surrounded by talent. The great Tate Sager, Sammy Lane, and Dave Judd the choir stud. It was very surreal. When we finished singing Go the Distance at graduation, I was almost in tears. I couldn't believe that this unbelievable year had come and gone just like that. It was now the class of 2012's turn to make the ladies scream. During the summer before senior year, I thought about the solos that I wanted, and I decided that one of the songs, Good Old Acapella and Oh Holy Night, would suffice, while I looked forward to singing The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The first official performance the Hilltones do every year is The Lion Sleeps Tonight at Springside's Cheer Night. We auditioned for it, and when the solos were awarded, I felt confident with the soloist, and was very excited to hear all the Springside girls scream when we did our huts. When we practiced the Friday before Cheer Night, it turned out that my very best friend in the whole wide world, Patrick Dwyer, had to have his wisdom teeth taken out and wouldn't be able to perform. It felt odd, but I now had an opportunity for a solo. When we auditioned for the solo, I got it. To be quite frank, the solo scared the crap out of me. I even had difficulty practicing it alone in my room. I was so nervous that I didn't even tell my parents that I had it. Fast forward to Cheer Night. When I put on my Laker Nike 6.0 themed shoes, I knew the moment was right, and the Rubinator was about to strike. I arrived at Cheer Night to see my fellow Hilltones getting ready. The boys were shooting the breeze, while Peter Vlahakis was receiving his usual pre-concert neck massages. After we had practiced a couple of times, we were prepared for battle. I stood on a circle, 16 men deep, and we began the song, as we usually did. As the song progressed, I just tried to have fun with it. Once Nick McCall started to sing, I knew my time was coming. It was either swim or sink, do or die, fight or flight, and I still felt uneasy about the whole thing. So here I was, a nervous guy that really had no right singing this solo in front of a whole room of people. When I started to sing, it felt great. The notes were flowing out of my mouth like butter, making a beautiful melody. This could be the truth, but I'm not the person to ask, since I kind of blacked out during the solo. I have barely any memory of what happened whatsoever while I was singing. My only recollection of it was hearing the girls screaming. There are very few times that I can actually tolerate girls screaming, but this would be one of those times. This is the first and probably last time I will ever know what it was like to be a rock star, and let me tell you, it was absolutely glorious. After we did the Hut of Life, I threw up my hands as if I had hit a game-winning field goal. As odd as it is to think, this was one of my happiest memories of my life to date, and I will always be able to share this with these 16 men. Michael Jordan once said, "I have failed over and over again, and that is why I ultimately succeed." This idea is true, but through my experiences, I have learned that failure also leads one to a greater opportunity of happiness. Throughout high school, I think we all strive to achieve some form of perfection, if it is on the gridiron, in the classroom, or my personal favorite, with the ladies. I learned that instead of striving for perfection, you should do things that are new and interesting, rather than doing things that are easier and allow you to appear more appealing to the masses. There is a distinction between success and happiness, and I can be the first to testify to this idea. Throughout my time in high school, I pursued many endeavors, but was not fully satisfied until I joined the Hilltones. The only way I found out that I was passionate about singing was failing at it. Although I'm not the best singer, singing is something that I've always loved, and I thank Mr. Ware for helping me become a better singer for the last 10 years of my life. So I leave you with this. Failure is a part of life that is important. So embrace it, have fun, and always gain a positive out of it, regardless of how painful it can be. Thank you.